other people's ideas of email capture forms and what they offer to get your name and email address, so you can then emulate that and put it into your email capture form. Now that we've got an idea as to that, let's go ahead and create our own. I'm going to show you how I did this. Now once you've logged into your, in this case, Aweber account, this will be the page that it brings you to. More times than not, I guess, just kind of depends on how you have it set up. But this is the home page, and the last list that I was working on will show up here in the current list. And this is what I'm going to be messing with here. So let's go on over to, oh, and if you've never done this before, then you can just click on this, and there's a lot of videos throughout that will show you step by step what to do to create your form. And we're not going to go into great detail on that because this isn't a video on how to create a form. This is just a video on the benefits and the necessity to have an email list to get your targeted traffic. But Aweber, it's a cinch. For example, if we were to go here to click and manage lists, you can just come on over here, click on create a new list, and down here at the bottom, you're going to get a little box pop up here in a second. Right here. And it's kind of tough to see throughout because of the size of this page here, but let me just move this over. This is a video that shows you how to create, let me move this out here, takes you step by step throughout the process of creating your form. This being step one, enter a list name. Probably not too difficult to figure out, but if you're not sure, there's a video for each and every one of these steps. And it's really cool. It's very difficult to screw this up. But anyway, that's why we're not going to go through this. Maybe that'll be good for another video down the line. But for the time being, let's go ahead and assume that we have our list already made out, our forms already well, not so much our forms, but we've got all the T's crossed and the I's dotted. Now we're just going to head over to Web Forms right over here. We scroll over, we can see it a little bit better. There we go. And click on the Web Forms, and I'll bet that I didn't do this right. Nope, we're cool. Yep, the current list. This is the form that I want. And if we scroll down a little bit, this gives us the details on that form. Now then, if we go right here, this will bring up that particular form in case you want to make any changes and the like. There's a step one, form details. You can kind of see the grayed out part here. Step two is the design form. We'll get to that here in just a second. And as you can see, got another video that pops up down here. We scroll down a bit. Oh yeah, and this tells us the type of form. Like I mentioned earlier, whether it's inline or pop-up, pop-under, exit pop-up, and well, you get the idea. And all the details here. Again, the video will walk you through all that stuff, what's important, what's needed, and what's not needed. And then click on next. This will take us to the design form, where you can actually create or edit that form that we already have on our page. As you can see right now, we've got the name up top, the email on the bottom, and that's pretty good. You can add a new field over here if you want to, say, get their phone number, which I suggest against. Depending upon what you are offering them, you might want to get their address too. If it's a physical product and you have to mail it to them, well, if you have their address, it's going to make that task a little bit easier. So you might want to add a new field to do that. But one thing I want to point out though is right here on ours, we have that where it says submit. And like I had mentioned earlier, using the JavaScript method versus the HTML method, all you have to do, if you want to change that word from submit to, say, something idiotic like that, that's all you got to do. And let me see here where we at. Let's click on save. Success, your web form changes have been saved. And just for the heck of it, let's head over here and just refresh this page and see if that's changed at all. Well, I'll be darned, lo and behold. And that's the benefit of having, because I didn't post any new code or anything, that's the benefit of having that JavaScript on there versus the HTML code. The HTML code would require you to come back in and repaste that code into your page. So let's go ahead And head on back over here. So much for that demo. And on the web form, after you have it all set up the way you want, you click on Get HTML. And this is the JavaScript code that I already have, that I just showed you on our page. And if you wanted to be more able to do some more customizing, you would click on the raw HTML version, and you could just click here, right click, copy, and then paste that onto your page in the same spot that we had the, well, actually you can put it anywhere you want, but as I had mentioned, in the top left corner of your web page is the best place to put that. And you are good to go. And you have something that looks like this. And remember, the key to keep your email list happy is you do not constantly bombard them with a sales message. Your message should also contain quality content. So keep that in mind to keep your email list happy and constantly growing. As a final note in this video, I want to mention to you that the carrot, if you will, to entice, for lack of a better word, your reader or visitor to provide you with their email address and their name is something that you should provide them with related to the niche that you are working on. For example, if you have a gardening website and you want to get their name and email address, then provide them with some timely tips on pruning, or use your imagination. You're probably more into this than I am for whatever niche you're involved in, but provide them with something free and related to that particular niche. In other words, if you have a gardening niche, don't provide them with something dealing with dog training. It's just not going to be as effective for, I mean, who knows, maybe you might get lucky, but it's not going to be as effective as if you were to provide them with a video or some kind of ebook or report that is related to that particular niche. So again, to get a better all-round view, take a look at some of the do some surfing around the internet, take a look at some of the other email capture forms out there and what is being offered and what safety features or verbiage that they have on that form that makes you feel comfortable in providing them with your name and email address. And like I said, emulate that. I don't want to say copy, but you get the idea. You want to adopt some of the traits that you see that are effective and put those same traits or those same steps on your email capture form. And again, too, if need be, sometime down the line, you can always put different variations of the same form on different pages. You should have an email capture form on every single web page you have on the internet. And you can do some little alterations from this page to that page, and whichever one seems to be doing better, then adopt those same traits from that particular page to all of your other pages. Again, it's just a matter of tweaking and testing, tweaking and testing. And that's going to bring us to the end of this video on how to use autoresponders to create, grow, and maintain your email list, the best targeted traffic you're going to come across. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.